Hi, I'm Lisa from Time from the Holidays. Um, Today we're going to talk about January 2nd. So each day I'm going to make a video. Okay, I might as well introduce you to a character right now. This is Missy, my blind apricot poodle. She will probably be digging and snorting and making all kinds of crazy noises through every video I make. And if it's not her, then it will be one of my other cats. I have a blind dog, a blind cat, and a hypothyroidism cat, and they're pretty much all very old, like 100 years old in animal terms, but whenever I start filming, they start making their presence known. So anyway, I made this website I started like 7 years ago or something. I was sick, and at the time my boyfriend said, why don't you do something to keep your mind off your symptoms? So I made Time for the Holidays, because I'm like a real geek when it comes to holidays, and it turned into this big thing. So anyway, today we're going to talk about January 2nd. So January 2nd. So I'll put a poster up of all the holidays today. We got 55 miles per hour speed limit day. That day is because in 1974, U.S. President Richard Nixon signed a bill to lower the speed limit to 55 miles an hour in order to serve gasoline during the OPEC embargo. Now, if you don't know what that means, neither did I. So I Googled it so I could explain it to you guys, and it was very confusing. It would probably be even more confusing if I tried to explain it. So you guys got Google OPEC embargo, and you can see why, if you really care, why he had to lower the speed limit to save gasoline. So next on the list today is Happy Mew Year Day for cats. Yeah. So if you want to celebrate with your cats today, today is the day to do it. It was created by wellcat.com, and basically it's just a day to love your cats. If you don't have cats, you can show your love by donating to any of the foundations that help animals in need. But for more information on that, you can go to wellcat.com. It's also National Motivation and Inspiration Day. I don't think that needs much of an explanation. It's National Buffet Day. National Buffet Day has kind of a cool history. Buffets were a 16th century tradition of having a big table of liquor and different shots and stuff out, kind of like a pre-dinner drink. And it eventually, through the years, evolved into food. But you can learn more about that on nationalcalendar.com. And it's also National Cream Puff Day. Self-explanatory. Eat a freaking cream puff. Yeah. National Run It Up the Flagpole and See If Anybody Salutes It Day. Okay, so that's a holiday for new beginnings. If you've ever wanted to start a business or start a new YouTube channel or start up anything, today's the day to try it out. So run it up the flagpole to see if anybody salutes it. That's like kind of like saying, see if you're going to get the respect you deserve or whatever. So just give it a shot, start something new and try it. It's also National Science Fiction Day, National Personal Trainer Awareness Day. Eek. Okay, yeah. Swiss Cheese Day, World Introvert Day. So if you're quiet and shy and keep to yourself, go to www.introvertday.org, because they are celebrating you. If you go to timefortheholidays.net, you'll see a bunch of more info on these holidays and some memes you can share on social media if you want to or whatever. So January 2nd horoscope, sign is Capricorn. The time period is December 21st through January 20th. Element is Earth, quality cardinal, ruling planet Saturn. Symbol is sea goat. Sign ruler Saturn and Uranus. Birthstone is Garnet. Lucky numbers are 4, 8, 13, 20, and 22. Play the lotto. Personality traits: you are responsible, you're a leader, you're disciplined, you're independent and loyal. Don't get too cocky, because you're also stubborn, bossing, and very condescending. So keep an eye on that. Make sure you're nice to people. Always be nice. famous Capricorns are Tiger Woods, Stephen Hawking, Bradley Cooper, Jim Carrey, Elvis Presley, Isaac Newton, Muhammad Ali, Mel Gibson, Katie Couric, Rand Paul, Nicolas Cage. Not their birthdays today. That's just other famous Capricorns. So, speaking of birthdays, the famous birthdays today are, in 1936, Roger Miller was born. We all know Roger Miller. I think he had the fun music. I remember being a little kid and listening to it on like 45s, and my parents had an album I listened to in my room. Kind of a quirky guy, but he had some fun music. 1967, Tia Carrere, I don't know how to pronounce her name, an American actress. I think was she on General Hospital maybe, or All My Children? She was on one of those soap operas. She was really beautiful. She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. 1968, Cuba Gooding Jr. Was born in the Bronx, New York City, New York. 1969, Christy Turlington, American model, was born in Walnut Creek, California. 1975, Dax Shepard, American actor, was born in Milford Township, Michigan. 1983, Kate Bosworth, American actress, was born in Los Angeles, California. 1993, Bryson Tiller, American singer-songwriter, was born in Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, and I forgot to say, Dax, I'm single. Sorry, Kristen. You know. So anyway, on to some trivia. Now, if you like movies, we're going to talk about the #1 movies on different years on the date of January 2nd. So 1914, the #1 movie was Traffic in Souls. Don't know much about that movie, but you can Google it if you want to. 1966, #1 movie was Dr. Zhivago. I know there's a lot of fans out there. 1983, the #1 movie was Tootsie, starring Dustin Hoffman. And in 1997, Michael, with John Travolta starring as an angel, was the #1 movie. Apology. So anyway, the #1 songs on January 2nd were 1914, the #1 song was By the Beautiful Sea by Heidelberg Quintet. 1967, the #1 song was I'm a Believer by the Monkees. 1968, the #1 song was Hello, Goodbye by the Beatles. 1986, the #1 song was Say You, Say Me by Lionel Richie. 2014, the #1 song was The Monster by Eminem featuring Rihanna. Those songs are interesting. Hello, goodbye, say you, say me. Hello, goodbye, say you, say me. Try to say that like 10 times in a row. Okay, just a fun fact. If you were born on January 2nd, you were likely conceived the week of April 11th. You're welcome. Okay, so anyway, now on to some history. So today's history, the good, the bad, and the ugly. 1788, Georgia becomes a fourth state to ratify the United States Constitution. In 1860, the discovery of the planet Vulcan is announced at a meeting of the French Academy of Sciences in Paris, France. What happened to Vulcan? I never hear of that anymore. Something to Google for sure. In 1870, the construction began on the Brooklyn Bridge to cross the East River in New York City. In 1942, the FBI obtains conviction of 33 members of a German spy ring headed by Fritz Duquesne in the largest espionage case in the United States history, the Duquesne spy ring. Glad they got all those people, bad guys. 1959, on January 2nd, Luna 1 was the first spacecraft to reach the vicinity of the moon and to orbit the sun. It was launched by the Soviet Union. It was in the vicinity of the moon because it was supposed to land, but they had some calculation error, so it ended up missing the moon. In 1981, Peter Sutcliffe, aka the Yorkshire Ripper, was stopped by the police with a 24-year-old prostitute in his car in the driveway of the Light Trades house on Melbourne Avenue and arrested for false plates. Wow. He was arrested for false plates and ended up confessing to killing 13 women and was sentenced to life in prison. Thank God for that traffic stop, huh? Okay, in 1991, Sheriff Pratt Kelly became the first African-American woman mayor of a major city and first woman mayor of the District of Columbia. Congratulations, Sharon. 1999, a severe snowstorm hits the U.S. Midwest, causing 14 inches of snow in Milwaukee and Wisconsin, 19 inches in Chicago, and the temperature goes to -13. 68 people died in that storm. Rest in peace, all of you. 2004, the Stardust successfully flies past Comet Wild 2, collecting samples that are returned to Earth. In 2020, sadly, Bobby Christina Brown's ex, her ex-boyfriend, Nick Gordon, dies from an overdose. That family was just plagued with tragedy and overdoses, and I just pray healing for the rest of the family. In 2021, the Senate voted 81-13 to override President Trump's veto of the $741 billion defense authorization bill. Also in 2021, the U.S. surpassed 20 million COVID cases. India approved Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine for emergency use. And hopefully everybody else will soon too. And just praying for all the families that have lost someone to COVID and praying for healing for people suffering from COVID right now. Wear your mask, people. Just be nice, be kind, think of others. So anyway, that sums up January 2nd. That's today's history, holidays, and horoscope. So I hope you learned something new, and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We'll do one of these for every day, and you can head over to timefortheholidays.net and search for any date and, you know, put your birthday in, see what comes up on your birthday and see what happened on that day. It's just kind of fun trivia. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.